Once again, welcome back, and in this lecture we're going to cover the synchronization and the integration softwares that we use for tying all our stuff together. We have various applications, various software to do this, right? And this is a little bit of an art, but the joy about all of this is it's largely done for us. All we have to do is actually stitch them together and get them to work with a little few tricks and stuff down the road. What I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you to the theory of these. Don't worry, I'm not a fan of slides, and this is going to be a very small amount of slides. There's 3 in total, including this one. There's going to be a brief explanation of each technology. You'll get the understanding straight away. And then later down the line, we're going to have working examples of how all of these integrate and how they actually work. So we're getting straight into it. Ableton Link. Ableton Link is a technology that basically keeps devices in time over a local network, be that wired or be that wireless. It's a built-in feature of Ableton Live itself, and it is now a built-in feature of an ever-expanding app list. It's crazy the amount of stuff that it's in now these days, iOS apps or normal apps in terms of Tractor, Ableton Live, other DAWs, various applications that are all jumping on this bandwagon of keeping things in tempo and keeping things in sync. It is a cutting edge technology, and that was only released just over a year ago. It's quickly caught on. It's just taken off because this is what people want. They want to be able to harmonize, and they want to be able to work in synchronization between multiple people. That is something that couldn't really be done before with digital audio in terms of improvisation and playing together. So that's what Ableton Link is. That's what it does. It's built in. We just turn it on and it works by itself. Great stuff. We'll get into the networking later on when we want to connect multiple devices or iPads or laptops together. DMX is a lighting protocol. It controls lighting fixtures. It basically is a method of generating data that we pass to lighting fixtures to have them carry out our instructions. It is just data, that's what it is. But when it comes to lighting control, it's DMX is the protocol that we're talking about. You can see in the second bullet point there, it does require a source to create DMX, cables to carry the data, and a lighting fixture to carry out the instruction. You've seen it in multiple videos. You can see the lights running in the background there at the moment. That is running from DMX. You can see the cables on the floor, and I am sending data from DMX's through a USB out of box into a cable, which is controlling the lights. Great stuff altogether. The IAC driver on the Mac, the IAC bus allows you to create any number of virtual MIDI buses. That's what this does. It is a virtual MIDI bus. You can get into it if you open up the audio MIDI setup tool. Have a look in there. You can create more and more ports. You can create more and more buses. And then we can pass MIDI data in and out through buses all the time, separating everything out if we wanted. It does use up resources, so I would be careful about that. But it's a fantastic tool. It's inbuilt again. We just need to turn it on. We just need to know how it works in a very basic way, and it does it for us itself. Again, the second bullet point will allow us to use the created buses to appear in live and all other MIDI capable applications, and we can then use these buses to send and receive messages between live and all other applications that can use it. Again, we'll move on. Last slide. We're getting through this really quick. There isn't a lot to understand except to have the basics. We're into Syphon. Syphon is like the IAC bus, except that it does it this time for visuals. It's an open source Mac operating system technology that allows applications to share frames, full frame rate videos or stills with one another in real time. Again, it does what it says on the tin. All of these instructions have been taken from the websites for these particular protocols or softwares. It's from the horse's mouth. There's no messing, just this is what it does. Again, it's a built-in technology. You're going to see it in Remix Video. We use it as a live input coming into Resolume. This stuff does all the work for us. Brilliant, use it, move on. OSC, Open Sound Control. It's a protocol for communication amongst computers, sound synthesizers, and other multimedia devices. Basically, it's the new form of data, except a new form of MIDI, I should say, except it's a data packet that is far more sophisticated than MIDI currently is. If you've ever seen or used Touch OSC, it uses Open Sound Control as a method of communication for its interfaces that we create ourselves to control applications. Amazing stuff. Again, we get into it in the course. We will be using on iPads to control various applications such as Remix Live, Remix Video, so on and so forth. Also endless. And Studiomux. So Studiomux streams audio, MIDI and OSC via the Lightning to USB cable from your iOS device, your iPad, your phone, into your computer so that you can use it as an audio stream across that cable, get it into your DAW such as Ableton Live, use it as an input. You can use that for multiple devices, you can use that for multiple applications. It also streams OSC and MIDI data, keeping everything in sync. Ableton Link is on there too, again keeping everything in sync. It's a stream all application that we can port any other application into to pass through this cable so we can integrate it into our laptop. That is all the synchronization and the integration apps that we're going to talk about. I was originally going to do a lecture on each one. I realized they're way too simple to do that with. We can get deep into OSC if you want. We can get deep into Syphon if you want, but we're getting down to the computer science end of things, and I want to keep things above board here in the sense that we keep it nice high level. We want to play with these things. We want to have fun. That's what this course is about. Me doing the work to put them all together in a simple format for you to go out and smash it. All right? We'll see you in the next lecture. Get into that stuff. This is all you need to understand. Use it and abuse it. Next lecture.